expect that sharing our family story of Olympia's birth and all of the complications after giving birth would start such an outpouring of discussions from women, especially Black women, who have faced similar complications and women whose problems go unaddressed, Williams wrote in 2018. Every mother, regardless of race or background, deserves to have a healthy pregnancy and childbirth. Indeed, every mother deserves reproductive justice. How a society treats pregnant women is a metaphor for how a society raises its children. Every year, about 700 American women die from pregnancy, the highest maternal mortality rate among rich countries in the world. 2/3 of the annual deaths from pregnancy are considered preventable, and certainly the racial disparities in those deaths are preventable. Black women in the United States are more than 3 times more likely to die from pregnancy than white women, even as the death rate for white women in the United States is absurdly high. In 2019, a Centers for Disease Control study found that between 2007 and 2016, the pregnancy-related death rate for Black women was 40.8 per 100,000 births. For Native women, it was 29.7, Asian 13.5, white 12.7, and Latinx 11.5 per 100,000 births. The racial disparities were even wider among older women and women with college degrees. Pregnant Black and Native women over 30 years old were 4 to 5 times more likely to die than white women over 30 years old. The pregnancy-related death rate for Black college graduates was 5.2 times higher than for their white counterparts. In 2016, Sadiqa had a medical degree and middle-class status, had just turned 37, and worked in the same hospital that provided her maternal care. But education, social status, wealth, age, access to premium care, none of this can assure that medical providers take the concerns of Black women seriously. This is a problem of racism. Black mothers, 10.2%, are more than twice as likely as white mothers to receive later or no prenatal care. Black women are more likely to be uninsured outside of pregnancy and to lose coverage during the postpartum period. Black women are 4 times more likely than white women to live in neighborhoods facing high air pollution, a risk factor for preterm births. The hospitals where Black women give birth tend to have fewer resources and less expertise than where white mothers typically deliver, even as Black mothers tend to have more life-threatening conditions and complications. And that imbalance in resources and expertise matters. Let's face it, we live in societies where the mothers with the greatest needs commonly give birth in the hospitals with the greatest needs, just like the children with the greatest needs commonly go to the schools with the greatest needs, just like the families with the greatest needs commonly live in the communities with the greatest needs. This is the startling injustice of racial inequity, and this is all considered normal. Raising kids in this structure of racial inequity has become very normal. Raising kids to see all this racial inequity as normal is so very normal. Days after opening up about her discharge, Sadiqa went to work at the local children's hospital. On her feet for hours, she shuffled between small rooms and sick kids and fearful parents and wired nurses and learning trainees. Working in a pediatric emergency department is taxing on the body, let alone the pregnant body. Every time she went to the bathroom during the shift, she noticed the discharge. After signing out, Sadiqa walked over to the nearby labor and delivery unit. She reported her symptom again. A nurse assured her there was nothing to worry about, that she was okay. She left without being examined. Sadiqa came home. "Everybody seems to think it's fine," she told me that night. "But I'm just going to make an appointment with the OB, just have them check me out, tell me I'm wrong, and we'll move on." I listened. I did not encourage or discourage her.